Hey guys, this is Abhishek from GetStudio.com, and today we are going to do a quick hands-on comparison of the Gionee Elife A6 and the iPhone 5. Here we have both of these two devices in two colors, and again you have the Gionee Elife A6 available in the white and the black color. So this is the color which we get, and you also get two color options for the iPhone 5. So we are right now comparing the white color version of the iPhone 5 with the white color version of the Gionee Elife A6, and if we compare both of the devices in terms of the display, you have a full high definition display on the Gionee Elife A6, whereas you have a pretty good display on the iPhone 5 as well. When it comes to the pixel density, you get a 441 pixels per inch on this display, whereas you also get a pretty good pixel density on the iPhone 5 display as well. And this is how the display looks like if you take a closer look on these two devices. As you can see, again both of the displays are fairly good. In terms of the brightness, I would say you have a more vibrant display on the Gionee Elife A6 as compared to the iPhone 5. In terms of the design, this device is fairly big in terms of the display. It has a 5-inch display, whereas this one has a 4-inch display, and still the Gionee Elife A6 is around 128 gram, and it really feels lighter as compared to the iPhone 5 which we have with us as of now. If we take a look over the back side on these two devices, you have a 8 megapixel camera on the iPhone 5, whereas you have 13 megapixel camera on Gionee Elife A6. You have LED flash over here on both of these phones. As you can see over here, you have a kind of aluminum chassis on the iPhone 5, whereas here we have as a unibody design a polycarbonate plastic basically, and it is again very good quality of plastic which they have used to make this phone. The battery is non-removable on both of these phones. This one also has a kind of a unibody design with the display which is sealed, and you cannot remove the battery on this device, and you cannot remove the battery on iPhone 5 as well. And if we take a look over these devices from the side profile, and again you have a aluminum edge on the iPhone 5, whereas you have a polycarbonate plastic over here on the Gionee Elife A6. But again, in terms of the thickness, this device thickness is around 6.18 millimeter, which is fairly thin as compared to the iPhone 5. And if you actually take a closer look, you will feel that the thickness of the Gionee Elife A6 is actually less as compared to the iPhone 5 which we have with us. And although there is a very minimal difference in terms of thickness, but the Gionee Elife A6 is thinner as well as lighter in terms of the weight. As far as the feel is concerned, I'm not sure about the exact weight of the iPhone 5, but the Gionee Elife A6 weigh around 128 gram. And when it comes to the volume rocker, you have the volume rocker over here, whereas the volume rocker is the 2 button on the iPhone 5. You have a silent switch on the iPhone 5, but you do not have it. And again, both of these devices are fairly different in terms of the price at which it comes. iPhone 5 comes for a price of minimum 45,000 Indian rupees, whereas the Gionee Elife A6 is going to come at a price of 26,000 Indian rupees. If we take a look over these two devices, at the bottom you have a similar kind of a design. You have micro USB port over here, you have 8-pin connector over here, and you have the loudspeaker mesh over here as well, whereas you have the headphone jack over here. The headphone jack is at the top on the Gionee Elife A6. And again, we are doing this comparison not because these devices are different, but again on the basis of value for money. So you get a pretty good value for money on this device. You get the later version of Android. Again, the software version is different on both of these devices, but you get a pretty good value for money for the Gionee Elife A6. As far as the software is concerned, you get the latest version of Android. You also get some gesture features. You also get the 13 megapixel camera, fairly light device, very good looking device in terms of the overall look and feel. The design of the device is pretty good, and you also get the unibody device in this particular price for a price of around 26,000 Indian rupees, which is the MRP of the Gionee Elife A6. Whereas when it comes to the iPhone 5, you also get the value for money on this device as well, as far as the operating system concerned, as far as the overall experience is concerned. And the build quality of these two devices, the build quality of the iPhone 5 is definitely good, but you also have a very decent build quality on the Gionee Elife A6, which has followed a unibody design, and it is pretty good in terms of overall build quality. You have a plastic polycarbonate back cover, but again it is very good quality of plastic which they have used. This device also comes in the black version as well, as you can see, and on the black version you get a matte finish back cover, whereas on the white version you get a glossy back cover. Now as far as the processor is concerned, you have fairly decent processor on both of these devices. You have 1.5 GHz quad core MediaTek 6589 turbo chipset on this device. You have 2 GB of RAM on this device, and you have decent specifications on the iPhone 5 as well. So again, both of these devices are value for money devices in their own price segment, but I would say the Gionee Elife E6 is much more affordable if you are okay with the Android experience which you will get on this device. So that was a quick comparison of the iPhone 5 and the Gionee Elife E6. That's all from us. Do let us know if you have any specific questions for these two devices. We would like to say that both of these devices are fairly good in terms of the price and the value for money which you get, but Gionee Elife E6 is much more affordable. So it's your call to take. If you want to go for Android, the Gionee Elife E6 is going to be a very good phone, and if you want to go for iOS, you can also go for iPhone 4 as well, which is available for a price of 20,000 Indian rupees. But if you want to have a better experience, you can always go for the iPhone 5 as well. So that's all from us. Do let us know if you have any specific questions for these two devices. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helps you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.